Okay guys, welcome back. It's Jimmy1000 and it's time for some more 7 Days to Die. Challenge accepted. Now, in the last episode, we made quite a bit of progress, I think. We'd got ourselves all of the harvesting challenges done. Now, I've been working throughout the night, making myself a little bit of a horde base over there. We just got basically got the foundations down, but I've realised pretty quickly that I need a lot of cobblestone if I want this thing to be up and running by the end of day 7. So I'm just going to get myself a little bit sorted here. I've literally just getting some more cobblestone crafted and putting a few bits and pieces away, and I'll go over and show you what I've done so far. It really isn't much, but we are going to have to spend a lot of time in this episode doing work on that horde base because it is day 6 and time's running out, man. We ain't got much time left of it to get this place up and running. So, food is okay, drinks okay. We're just across the street. So let me just get these. I did make some coffee, which I'm going to take a couple of those with me. And put the others back in there. Let's get these other 2 waters crafting up. And 1 minute of time, please. Thank you. There we go. Right, let me go show you guys what I've been up to. I did have a screamer during the night. I managed to pick her off. I was over there building and I saw her creep past the junkyard and she started punching the walls over here somewhere. I managed to assassinate her without much problem. So this is what I've been kind of doing, and you know, I need to try and get this place up and running for day 7. So the only problem I've got is I want to build this tower up, but I don't want to leave it as wood. I might leave the center as wood and just upgrade around the outer edges, because otherwise I don't think I'm going to get it done in time. But I've started digging out the channels for these blocks to go in as well. I've been digging along here, got quite a decent amount of clay. This is obviously going to be a little bit of a pit where stuff that falls off or gets knocked off ends up. Initially we're going to fill it with spikes, but eventually we're going to fill it with some juicy blade traps and some turrets and all kinds of other stuff. So I've got a little bit of cobble now. I am going to go around the edge of this and upgrade it all. Now, I am recording this episode before the previous episode's gone out, and I did ask you guys if you want me to leave the building in or not. So depending on what you guys say in the comments will depend on whether or not I'm going to leave all the building stuffs in. But for this episode, it is going to be a building episode. So if that's something you're interested in, hang around and hit the like button. And we're going to be doing a little bit of building now. I don't know, there's loads of ways to build a horde base, guys. There's loads of ways to exploit the AI. There's lots of different mechanics and shapes and blocks you can use. I'm fully aware of all the different tactics when it comes to horde base. I've been playing this game for well over 4,000 hours, and the way I'm going to build this is I'm just going to build it in a way where I can kind of evolve the base over time, because like I said in the last episode, we have got to take on 10 total hordes to beat this challenge, to beat every challenge. One of the challenges is survive 10 hordes, so this base will have to evolve over time, and that is kind of what I've got in mind. So it is a work in progress. It is going to be evolving throughout the series. So if you like your building stuff, then hang around, and if you got any ideas, let me know, man. So sometimes people put comments in and I get inspired and I think that's a great idea and I might use it in the base, but it just depends on how it evolves and how it works out and all the rest of it. So I'm just going to get this initial bit here. I was thinking, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if you heard that, but that was my dog crying in the background. I'm going to go make myself a claw hammer, because that is going to save me an absolute ton of time when it comes to upgrading all these blocks. So let's do that quickly. It shouldn't take much to make, and I'm pretty sure we've unlocked them. So let's have a little look over here and see if we can make ourselves a little claw hammer. There she is, Le Claw Hammer, 18, 3 duct tape, 3 leather. Right, So we've got that forged iron, easy peasy. We need some duct tape, so let's get some duct tape going. What was it? 3 duct tape. Okay, so we'll do that in the workbench. Seeing as we're making cobble. And we need some leather. There we go. I always like to make sure I've got 1 piece of duct tape. I don't know why. It's just so if I find any, it stacks in there, I guess. There's our 3 duct tape. And we can craft that claw hammer in the bench as well. How long is that going to take? 2 minutes. Okay, it's not too bad. Right, while we're waiting for those 2 minutes, I'm going to get down into my little tunnel down here and carry on gathering some stone. Now, I don't know where I was going with this tunnel. I mean, other than down, of course. But pretty much just going to be using this just so I've got somewhere safe to gather stone. And hopefully we do run into a few nodes. I mean, if we go all the way down to bedrock and just start strip mining down there, that'll probably... Then probably we'll have a good chance of running into a few nodes at some point, you know. Just a couple of minutes here. 2 skill points to spend. Where am I going to spend those? I still don't know. I'm still unsure how I'm going to spec out my guy, what kind of build I'm going to do. I don't really do builds, generally speaking. I kind of just put points where I need them, as I need them. And then if you want to do the old end game optimized builds and stuff like that, then you can always get the old learning elixirs at the end, towards the end of the playthrough. Read them and, or sorry, drink them, should I say, and reset your guy. But yeah, like I said, I've never really been one to, you know, make a optimized specific build of any kind. I don't know. I'll just kind of wing it, really, as most of us do. Has that been 2 minutes? Nope, 29 seconds left. Alright, let's have something to eat and something to drink. I probably should have drunk a coffee while I was down there, shouldn't I? Let's drink one of these. And have another bacon and eggs. Keep us going. And the forge is completely finished burning. That's good. We don't have any tools in our forge yet. That's something we can keep an eye out for. But let's get this claw hammer. And that should save us a little bit of time. I do have some more stone in here as well. We can turn the rest of that into cobblestone because we're going to need as much of it as we can get hold of. There we go, another 240 of that. Beautiful stuff. There's our claw hammer. And let's go back over here and see if we can get some more building done. Now, in terms of the... I probably should use it, but I'm not going to though. In terms of the biome progression, now we can now go into the burnt biome, but I kind of want to take on the first horde before I move out of this pine forest. It just feels better for me. It makes more sense in my head. Plus, there's a ton of loot in this town that we haven't even touched. We haven't even scratched the surface. The amount of loot is available in this town that we're in. So I think it makes sense to me to hang around, you know, for at least another day or two. Because going backwards and forwards on a bicycle, I mean, it might be a good idea just to grab the opening trade quest. And just so we can see where the burnt forest is. So maybe we'll do that at some point. But at the moment, priority is surviving day 7. See if we can get something up and running. And yeah, we'll see how we go, man. But it's going to be a pretty much of a building episode, this one, guys. I am going to be building up this board base just so that it's able to take on day 7. It shouldn't take too much. It's mainly getting up to the height, and I've just realised I've just got to make this damn claw hammer, and I'm not even using it. What am I like? Right, that is that part upgraded. So next off is what I want to do. I want to count my spaces. So 1, 2, 3, and then here is where one set of stairs is going to be. Now, of course, everything's 3, by the way, because that's the size of the blade traps. They are 3 by 3. So we are going to have to put a support pillar in here. So let's dig down to the depth that we want the pit to eventually be at. Now I'm not going to go mega deep with it. I'm probably just going to go 3 blocks down. I'd say would be enough. That's 2. Here comes the 3rd. And then we'll get ourselves a little... Can I get out of there? Yes, I can. We'll get ourselves a pillar of some sort going. So I want it to look nice as well, you know? So let's not do just boring old squares. That looks nice. Is that centered? Oh, hang on. We got a roaming horde. Okay. Let's deal with this roaming horde. Loot sacks. Could do with the loot. Now, one of the things, guys, I want to talk to you about as well, when we were talking about the town hall thing, one of the things the Fun Pimps mentioned, which I thought was, ouch, which really, really caught my ear, caught my eye, however you want to put it, is that they are going to be adding, like, unique, legendary weapons and armor that's uncraftable and can only be found by looting out in the world. Now that to me sounds really juicy. I like the sound of that. Cool stuff that you can only find and you can't craft. I mean, I know this is a crafting game, and I have to say, since 2.0 come out, I have found myself crafting way more than I was in previous alphas. But it's nice. It's a nice feeling, you know, when you go out there and you're looting and you find something a little bit special, you know. It gives you that little bit of a looty buzz, or whatever you want to call it. It makes you feel good, you know. So that sounded, I like the sound of that. I really did. So let's take care of Mo. Not a single damn loot sack from this stupid roaming horde. Absolutely rude. Oh, wait a minute. I swear I cut this tree down. Anyway, obviously I didn't, but I thought I'd cut that thing down. We need to find ourselves a good shape anyway to use for a pillar. Because I don't want no boring old, normal old pillars. I want something that I can make look kind of industrial kind of looking. So, let's go with the round ones, because what I'm thinking is, where the blade trap comes off, I want it to kind of look cool. And look like, I don't want the blade trap to look like it's floating, if that makes sense to you. So I want a block. What is that thing? Oh, that's logs. Ugh, gross. I want something that I can kind of use, you know? Is that a 40 degree? Is that a 90 degree? Yeah, it is. Okay, so that could be... Sorry, I'm just calculating in my brain right now. Is there like a T-junction for a pipe? Oh, there it is. Ah, now we're talking. Okay. Yeah, that could work. That could work. So imagine the pillar coming up. And, blade trap. Well, no, we'd have to go out, wouldn't we? Another one. Sorry, these are all just like things I'm testing out in my brain. That could work. And then... Alright, let me just see. So... Just bear with me a second, guys. So that would be there. Middle would be there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, so... Let's copy that for a second. And then... Let's get... Where is it? We need a straight one again. And then would it be... the 90? Like holding up the blade trap? Would that work? Like that, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking anyway. We're a long way away from blade traps for now, so let's just find something we can use as a base for our pipe pillar. Does that one fit? That's not centered. We need a centered one. There's so many new blocks in this game. It is absolutely insane. There's our centered square bottom. And yeah, that's good. Okay. So ideally I want to go one more block down. Let me split these in half to make my life a bit easier. And copy that shape there. Yeah, ideally we want to go one more block down. Because we're going to have a floor to this pit. So let's go to there and place ourselves a square block. Then we'll get our first pillar. Oh wait, actually let me upgrade that first. Wait, claw hammer, Jimmy, claw hammer. We'll go all the way with that one. And then we'll go this guy. And then we'll go with a normal pipe. Wait, pillar, pipe. What's the difference? Straight pipe. What's the difference between a pillar and a pipe? Right, so now we want to figure out exactly where we want our blade trap to be. I mean, maybe that would be a good height. Just kind of knocks them way down, you know. Because I want to build this in, like I said before, with the intent to upgrade it in the future. So let's just put that there for now. Let's upgrade all of these guys. And we go back to our straight pillar. Pipe. Deal. There we go. Pipe straight. We need to make sure we're up high enough. I might sprain my leg here, but that'd be a good thing because I get to cure my sprain. Oh no, wait, it's not even curing the sprain, is it? Let's not sprain our leg then. If we can help it. There we go. Right, so how many up is that so far? 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll go one more. Let's put one there and that'll make it easier for us. Okay. That looks high enough because once we dig the pit out as well, it's going to work out. It's going to work out just fine. I'm sure it is. Right, so let's concentrate now on getting this tower built up to the correct height. I do just want to put the top one in. Where is it? This one here. Square top, square bottom. What's the difference between the top and the bottom when you can just rotate them? I don't know why that block exists, to be honest. Let's get up here. Pop. Yeah, see, that's totally different. But actually, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that or not. Alright, well, we're going to have to roll with it now. Right, so that is our first supporting. That's our first and only support that we're going to be using for day 7. I kind of like it, actually. A little notch there. It's not too bad. Happy little accident there. Happy little accidents, guys. So, we got the base down. Let's figure out a block we can use that's just not a boring old square. Something that gives it a bit of character. Because aesthetics are everything in this game. I don't just want to use boring old squares. Let's use something else. I mean, it's hard to find something, you know, that's not... I mean, I guess we could just do like the core of it. As a... you know, a simple shape, and then we can decorate it. That looks alright. If we do that all the way up, that'll look pretty cool, I think. Right, let's do that then. Why not? Yeah, it's alright. It's nothing amazing, but it's better than just boring old squares, okay? But let's get that upgraded to cobblestone straight away. And let's do the same on the other side. Okay, slowly taking shape. So what I'm thinking is, guys, instead of filling this in, I'm going to leave this kind of empty because what I'm thinking is in the pit we can have like some stairs that go up either side for anything that does get trapped down there that wants to make it back out. It's just a question of how high up do we go now, you know? Anyway, let's do the other two corners. And let's make sure we've got it the same. Wait a second. There we go. We've got that one there. Okay, cool. And match this one up like that. And like that. Alright, cool. We're getting somewhere, we're getting somewhere. Right, let's upgrade those as well. I can hear a zombie. I thought I could hear a zombie. It's just some weird ambient noises going on, man. Well, so we want to go at least double that height, don't we? So I'm going to have to get some kind of craziness going on here where I get myself up there. Can I reach? Oh, yes, I can. Reach that one. Parkour, baby. I'll tell you what, if parkour is not only good for surviving zombies, the other thing it's great for is building, man. I love my parkour when it comes to building. It just makes everything so much easier. Wait, that's not right, is it? Oh, this is going to be a headache. There we go. Nice. And we've got to do the same on each corner. Okay, it'll be worth it in the long run. Trust me, it'll look nice, I think. I don't know, you probably think I'm mental. Just build with squares, Jimmy. It's so much easier. There we go. And we'll copy you, pop you up there, slowly but surely. Bam. And let's upgrade those. Can we reach? Yeah, we're good. How are we doing on cobble? We've still got over 1,000 cobblestone left. That's great news. I mean, this should be plenty for us to survive day 7. So how many blocks is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, maybe I'll go 2 more and then I'll be happy. How high up is that? I don't know, actually. You know what? 6 high might be enough. One thing I was thinking is just to add a bit more stability. Is there like a little... Ah, this corner pole. Can I use this? In the corners there. That might be a good idea. Just to like reinforce it a little bit, you know? Okay, I like that. Don't worry, man. You just got to trust the process. I know you're probably thinking, what is he up to? But yeah, trust the process, guys. There we go. We got there in the end. Alright, cool. And let's upgrade those guys. That's just going to give us some added support. So it's not just 4 blocks holding us up now. It's 8 blocks. That just makes me feel a little bit better, you know? We're getting a ton of XP for this as well, which is great. All going to add up pretty quickly. Now, this is probably not necessary, but it's just going to give me a bit of peace of mind. Okay, cool. And we should have enough support there to keep us afloat. So now what I've got to think to myself is, how am I going to be getting in and out of this place? And I guess the best way to do that is going to be with a ladder. Let's get ourselves some scaffold ladders going, just so we can get ourselves up and down for now. Oops, hang on a second. Put that around the right way. Right, so we're going to want a block to stand on, so let's get that going. I reckon this one is going to have to be some kind of cubey deal, but let's think about the edges and what they're going to look like. I need a full block, but I don't want a boring one. I want something, just something with a little bit of something. Okay, I'm going to have to go with a solid cube to get me started, and then I'll have to trim the edges up. But let's get this main structure where we're going to be standing. Let's get that down and get that upgraded. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. What a wonderful thing. Right, let's get another few ladders so we can actually get all the way up. And let's get the claw hammer going and get this upgraded. Another skill point there for us to make use of. I have to find something to spend them on, guys. I have to find something eventually. I'm thinking maybe pain tolerance might be a good one. Pain tolerance is always good. So we're only 5x6 up here, but like I said before, we don't really need much more room than that, you know? It's just me up here on my little lonesome, so I don't see us needing much more than that. Right, so let's get a doorway going. I'd like to be completely cubed in, because I know that if I don't, the cop's going to be able to see me. But just to give it the illusion of more space, can I use a half cube on the walls? Just to kind of make it feel a little bit more spacious. Let's just see if we've got a corner type deal that we can use. Yeah, I know there's like a straight, this one here. Cube half corner. It's just trying to think of something later on down the road to make this place look a bit better, so it's not just, you know, a box. There we go. Okay, there's our door sorted. Let's get the corners built up. We don't really need to go any higher than that. There'll be plenty of room for us and our little noggins to fit in. The corners are up and I'm gonna fill it in. So what like I said, I'm probably just gonna like decorate it from the outside with like some weird shapes or something. That's normally what I do. I don't know, we'll figure something out to make it look semi-decent. The priority for me is making sure that I can't get puked on. And that I'm safe and I don't die. Because obviously if we die, it's game over. So we don't want that. We want to keep playing. I am going to have to go up, aren't I? Let's get some more shapes built. Let's do another 100. Sure, we're going to use them up. Let's get up here for a second and figure out what we can do with this roof. I could go just straight bars on the roof. Like so. The swamp rat used to say to me, keep it simple, stupid. The only thing I don't like about this is that I won't be able to put spikes on without them looking floaty. That's going to be a problem. Like we said before, aesthetics are important. Maybe actual bars instead. Instead of the ladders. They could work, couldn't they? Like little bars in the corner, like that. If I can get the right rotation. Make like a cage on top of the cage. Okay, and these guys around the edge. And that still doesn't solve my problem, does it? Because I want to be able to put spikes right on top of that. I mean, hopefully the vultures come down and just like attack the sides of the bars. That would make my life easier if they did that. Let's just go full block here, but put a bevel on it. Let's do that. There we go. And then the corner bevel to finish it off. Is it that one? It is, isn't it? Yeah, come on. Yeah, look at that. It's like a glove. Like a glove. And now that means I can put bars on the top. On the inside, and I can still put spikes on the top without it looking weird. Alright, cool. I like it. It's like a little cage on top of a thing. That's kind of, yeah. It's whatever, right. Let's get as much of this upgrade as we can. I'll probably just go wood with the majority of it and save my cobblestone for the fighting position here, and then I'll still have to make the walkway, but we're making good progress on this place, man. So far, we're making good progress. We just then got to decide what blocks to use for our actual fighting position. I know that the scaffold ladders are the OG best blocks in the game and all the rest of it, but I wonder if I can try and use something different, you know, just to change it up a bit. But I also still want something that actually works. Because you don't want to start changing up the blocks, but then the zombies can get through and eat your brains. Then, no matter how pretty the base looks, form, function is important. Function over form. Yeah, something like that. I don't know what the saying is. There we go. We're nearly there. And we've run out of trees. Okay, I knew it was going to happen at some point. We was going to run out of something. Right, let's cut down some more trees, please. Grab this bird nest as well. We can't ignore that. Right, tree time. It's coming together okay. It's coming together okay. going to need a ton of trees just to finish this place off, because I've still got to build the stairs up and the walkway to get from the top of that thing to where I am. So yeah, we're going to have to cut down a fair old amount of trees. I do need to actually get some of them seeds and replant them. I'd like to replant them across the street somewhere, like over here, so they're not in the way. But yeah, we do need to start replanting, because we are starting to deforest this area. The immediate area anyway, so save us running miles to get trees. Start replanting, I guess. Maybe I need a point into motherload right now, because this is taking longer than I'd like. Let's do it. Point into motherload and a point into mining. There comes a time when you need more resources at a faster rate. And day 6, 1830 is that time. We've still got a spare skill point, so we're not out of skill points completely. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. It's a weird looking thing I've made over there. But hopefully it's an effective horde base. Let's get a couple more trees. 500 wood. That should be enough just to keep us going for a bit. Yeah, we need to figure out what this fighting position is going to be. And also, excuse me, take those bottom 2 runs of the ladder off. Up we go. Actually, you know what? Ladder needs to be cobble. Do not need that ladder breaking. Thank you. And the block that it's attached to can be cobblestone as well. In fact, I might do... We've got a fair old bit of cobble left, so I might do all the way around that edge. Right, so now comes the decision on what we've got to do here at the front. There's so many options, aren't there, these days? There is so many different options. Let's get the fighting position upgraded to cobblestone and decide what it is we're going to use. I still don't know, man. Also, we're going to need something, some kind of overhang protection to stop them from climbing over the top, because that is not what we want. So let's try and decide. I was looking at some weird blocks, but I don't know, man. I just don't know what blocks are good these days. I know which ones definitely work, but they're boring, you know? They're boring. I want something fancy. I want something cool. I mean, is it just best to stick with what you know at this point? Take no chances. It'd be nice to have some zombies to test this on as well. I've seen this block down there in the shape menu, and I'm thinking, will that work? If I like flip it around, you know, like an eye, like that. Oh no! Oh, I nearly broke my leg. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Because I just walked straight through that. That's not going to work, Jimmy. I don't know, man. I need to figure out something. For now, I'm going to have to just use what I know works, because we don't have enough time, really, to be sitting here experimenting. That's what the live streams are for. Okay, so we've got this dynamic grate. So I'm thinking maybe a grate at the bottom. That'd be great. And then... because I don't think they can spit at me through this. Now, above that, I'm thinking scaffold ladder in the middle, but turn it sideways. Like that, maybe, because then I can smack through there pretty good. And then, can I shoot down to where they're coming up? Not really. Maybe I'll do... See, that's the problem. If I have these here, I can shoot down at them while they're climbing up, but they can spit on me, which I don't like. Hmm. And you can't really see through those grates either, so they're not actually that great. Grab that. Think of something else. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. One thing I am sure of is I do need a way for the zombies to get to me. Let's do a couple of blocks there, and then actually one block there on top. Let's upgrade that. That's going to be a definite. And then we need like something in between. Something that they can fall off of quite easily. Pole centered would be probably a good one, I think. As long as they path correctly over these poles, that shouldn't be a problem. And maybe, actually, maybe, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the old school way that I normally do. I'm going to make a door. A wood door. And I'm going to place the wood door in there like that. And then what that allows me to do, if I get overwhelmed, I can send them down and just give myself a little break. Alright, that's definitely going to be covering us for day 7. Now I found these like scaffold these reinforced joists. I kind of like these. They got that industrial type look to them. I can still reach the door through there. And I can reach it from there. I mean, do I just go with the old scaffold ladder across the middle? Is that going to be the best option? Like so. Because I can open the door from the bottom. I can melee. I can shoot. I can even open the door from there. And close it from there. I don't see him being able to get through that either. But just in case... I'm thinking, is there... No, there's not, because that's taking up that whole block, isn't it? I've just got to kind of hope and pray that they can't squeeze through that half a block. Let's see if it works. Anyway, it's only going to be a day 7 horde. If it doesn't work, we can always tear it down and start over. We'll have plenty of time to do that. Right. I'm going with that. If it works, it works. If it don't, we'll have to run for our life. And probably get eaten and the series will be over. But anyway, let's go round to the other side now that we're locked in here. Oh, I need another door for this bit as well. Stop them vultures. Oh, it is night time already. Damn, this episode's gone quick. I do love my building though. Right. Let's get ourselves some stairs, because that's going to be the way up for these guys. Yeah, I might have to go with stairs hollow and put the filler in. Little filler there, isn't there? Right, let's split this. Let's get this one onto the ramp incline filler. I think that's right. And those on filled stairs. Oh wait, no, we don't have to go filled, do we? We can go hollow. Like that. Like that. Is this going to collapse? Oh, I've got a feeling it might. Oh, it's turning yellow. Oh, it's gone red. Right, okay. 1 sec. Let me get myself a full block just to support it. Just copy the block. There you go. Right, hang on a sec. There we go. There we go. Wait, copy the damn shape. Why won't it copy the shape? There we go. It done it in the end. Okay, and then another one there. I mean, technically, if I take this out, it's probably going to collapse. Yep. Okay, I was just checking. Okay, I had to know. So, if I put the filler in first. But now I know I can build my way up, so it's not a problem. Yeah, I had to check that, guys. I had to check it. Reverse engineer that shit. Okay. Getting there slowly. And, booyah, we just need a filler under there. Oh no, it's already there. Okay, so that's one set of stairs. And like you can see what I'm going to be doing here, guys. I'm going to have it, you know, so that there'll be a blade track there. As they fall, they get chopped up, and there'll be more stuff down the bottom for them to get chopped up by. But that is... Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to dig out the bottom here. That is pretty good progress, I think. We've pretty much got a horde base now. I need to do the same on the other side as well, which I'll do. And I need to do something on the edge of these stairs, like little cornery stairs, to stop them getting all caught up. But yeah, that's pretty damn close to how I wanted it, to be fair. Let's get it all upgraded. More XP from that. We need to go to cobblestone. With this. There we go. Cobblestone time. And there we have it. That is pretty much... I mean, like I said, I have to add one on the other side, but that is pretty much ready to go. Let me just get these corner stairs in. Can I find them? Where you at? Where you hiding? Corner stairs, build diagonal. Is that the one? Is that going to be okay? I mean, yeah, it's better than not having them there, isn't it? Like I said, guys, I'm not... This ain't no base building guide. This is just me playing the game. Figuring stuff out as I go. Enjoying just experimenting with building. But that should be, as weird as it looks, that should actually work, you know. That should actually work. Oh, zombie, I'm coming up here. I turn to my left. I get shot in the face, punched in the face, sent to the pit. Alright, cool. Well, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I will spend the rest of the night sorting out the other side of the stairs and digging out the pit around this area here. And getting a floor in there with some spikes and maybe some stairs for them to get out. But that is pretty much going to be what we use to fight the first horde. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Slightly longer than normal with the building and stuff. Also, totally different stuff in it when you're building to actually going out, looting, shooting and all the rest of it. So yeah, for those of you that enjoy the building, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Remember guys, if you're not subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, turn on the bell icon and all the rest of it. I love you guys. Remember, stay safe, have fun. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.